You're listening to 69 9 KFOX.
Home of the Frank Morning Show. They'll look high and they'll look low, they'll look everywhere we go. But when the sinners find us, we won't hide. They'll come loud and they'll come fast, but we shoot first and we can last. Keep your rifle by your side, singing, oh Lord, this earth was made for us. Singing, oh Lord, this sinful life just ain't enough. So we'll take a stand, 'cause we must protect our land. Keep your rifle by your side. They'll come day and they'll come night, they'll have our children in their sights. But if they don't have faith, their eyes are blind. They can scream, they can shout, but they can never smoke us out. Keep your rifle by your side, singing, oh Lord, this earth was made for us. Singing, oh Lord, this simple life just ain't enough. When we hear the voice, we know we have no other choice. Keep your rifle by your side. They'll have bombs and they'll have tanks, 'cause they've got money in their banks. But we won't fall as long as we can fight. They'll go on and preach their hate, but they won't get past the gate. Keep your rifle by your side, singing, oh Lord, this earth was made for us. Singing, oh Lord, this sinful life just ain't enough. And when I see your face, I know I must protect my place. I'll keep my rifle by my side. I'll keep my rifle by my side. Oh Lord, keep your rifle by your side.
Good morning, Foxtrotters. Happy Wednesday. We are halfway there. And just like swimming across the Pacific Ocean, once you make it halfway, don't swim back. You're already halfway, baby. Anyway, happy Wednesday. Sorry to be a little late. Like I said, I had some government stuff I had to take care of this morning. Otherwise, the state was going to come down upon mine head. So, thankfully it didn't actually take too long. I think it was like 9:30 and I got out of there probably about like, I don't know, like 10:10. I was like, oh, well, you know, I can get home, whip something together, and just go ahead and stream normally. I might extend it past 2 since it is a little bit of a late start this morning. We'll just see kind of how it goes. Maybe I might go until 3 today. I don't know. With Reforged coming out, there's a very high probability that that will happen. I'm very excited about this. I really hope they improve the UI quite a bit. That would be amazing. But I don't think it's gonna drop until, I don't know, times have been kind of across the, it's probably gonna be like 1 o'clock, which kind of sucks. So I was kind of hoping it was gonna drop this morning, because it's like, release is December 3rd. Oh, well, you didn't say midday December 3rd. I miss midnight releases, chat. I miss them. I want to go back. Please let me go back. Anyway, got my little leftover coffee I have. Yay. I had to microwave it, which kind of sucks, but hey, caffeine's caffeine, and beggars can't be choosers, baby. Anyway. So, I don't remember. I think I only have a couple of videos. One of them is pretty long. We might have to just do some live scavenging. Just since I didn't really have much time to prep this morning for the show, but oh well. We will survive. Alright, so let's go ahead and get in the shit of this. Hang on. Let's do this, chat. Oh, no. Wait, why is this? Oh. Yeah, I wish it didn't show that. Oh well. Wait. Oh my god, I'm fucking up so hard. There we go. Hang on. Whoop, nope. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, I actually have to... Oh, that sucks. Alright, cool. Well, that was a fucking mess. Alrighty. So, first video here. This is from Matt Christensen. That is a very hard name to say for some reason or another. A bit more of a conservative YouTuber. I've been watching him for on and off for probably the last 6-7 years, I guess, at this point. Neat dude. I know he tried the podcasting thing for a little bit, but I don't know how well that went. I think he still does a podcast. I don't know. I'll watch it just based. I'll watch his stuff based on kind of the topic, but otherwise, it's kind of a, case by case basis. But he's a good YouTuber. Definitely check him out. Anyway, so the title is 7-Eleven fires clerk for defending herself by shooting attacker. as I stated on one of our prior broadcasts, in today's day and age, I would not want to be a convenience store clerk or a gas station clerk or attendant or whatever you want to call them. Just with how everything, with just the temperature of everything, man, I would not want to be the one behind that cash register.
This is a story about having to choose.
Make sure the desktop audio isn't fucking blasting. It's blasting my ears out.
Between keeping your job or keeping your life, according to the woman put in that position.
This was a situation where I felt like I was put in a corner between choosing between my job and my life, and I'm always going to choose my life because...
As you should. There is no reason to die for corporate America. Absolutely no reason. And I'm not even like a fucking lefty, but let me just say, you should not have to put your life on the line for fucking corporate America unless you're working like an extremely dangerous job.
There's people that depend on me.
And I'm talking like underwater welding and shit like that.
And of course, that's something of a false decision anyway, because even if you really, really love your job and you want to keep doing it, you can't go to work if you're dead, so there really isn't much of a choice at all.
True,
but that was
and
the
real.
supposed choice put upon this woman, Stephanie Dilliard, a now former 7-Eleven clerk in Oklahoma City. I'm a little bit late to this story, but I only saw it this week.
Oh, hey, I've been to Oklahoma City. It's a nice town. It's a nice town. There are some rough parts, though, for sure.
And I think it's an important one. If someone comes to attack you at work, even if you're a small woman,
Personally speaking, I think Tulsa's better. Sorry.
alone, with no defense other than yourself, even if the law is on your side when you act in self-defense, sorry, you're fired. Company policy is you should be dead, or at least...
And that's wild, too, because I think Oklahoma actually does have castle doctrine. Let me look here. Oklahoma castle doctrine. We'll just use the AI overview here. Oklahoma's castle doctrine allows a person to use deadly force against an intruder if they have a reasonable belief of imminent peril or death or great bodily harm while in their home. Well, that's the key part, is that in their home, the fact that they're at a 7-Eleven, that might shake things up a little bit. This is supported by the Make My Day doctrine. Dude, that is... Make My Day doctrine. Dude, that is based. Which extends this protection to anyone legally in the dwelling. Okay. Hang on, let me see. Now I'm curious. Make My Day doctrine. In Oklahoma is a self-defense law that extends the legal protection of the castle doctrine to any person lawfully inside a dwelling. Oh, not just the homeowner. Oh. So you could just totally become unlucky as fuck and try to rob a house where Bubba and his buddies are in the basement after a long day of shooting at the range. and the robber just gets turned into Swiss cheese by Bubba and his 6 friends.
Risk it. This event happened just before midnight on Thursday, November 13th. Dilliard had been working a night shift clerk job at this 7-Eleven store.
Oh man, yeah, night shift too. That's scary.
For 2 years. That night, a career criminal entered the store and he tried to pull a George Floyd. Here, have a crisp counterfeit Benjamin to pay for my snack selection, miss. And Dilliard, as trained, rejected the transaction.
Counterfeit 10? So, unless it's blatantly obvious that it's a counterfeit, you have to use like those markers, like the counterfeit markers. Everywhere I've worked, you usually would only mark, or you would check bills $20 or higher. 10? Again, unless it was just blatantly a counterfeit. Like, I don't know, I don't think I've ever checked a 10. That's probably why they're making counterfeit 10s, because 20 is kind of the threshold.
And then the guy got violent about it.
She says a man
course he
tried to
did.
strangle her after she refused a counterfeit $100 bill for burritos, beef sticks, and
Oh, it was a $100 bill. I thought he said 10.
ice cream.
What is
According
wrong
to
with you?
Dilliard, the guy threatened to cut her up.
He threatened me, said that he was gonna slice my head off.
She tried to call police. He started throwing objects at her. Then he came behind the counter and tried to choke her.
He
I wonder, do convenience stores have like a silent alarm? I know that's like, you see it in the shows, but I've always been curious if stores actually have like a silent alarm button.
grabbed his hands around my neck and pushed me out of the counter space.
Left without another option, Dilliard then wisely deployed her preparations.
That's when I pulled out my gun and I shot him.
Wow.
Good. For one, pretty based carrying your gun at work. Like, well, and if you're in a bad part of Oklahoma City and you're, again, a gas station attendant and you're working at night, dude, you're fucking betting your ass that I've got fucking a big iron on my hip.
Sounds like employee of the month to me. She
I'm
doubles as
saying.
cashier and security guard. She shows initiative to go beyond her job description to do the dirty work, and she doesn't even ask for more pay. But to 7-Eleven, she's just employee of yesterday, actually, because now she's fired. No personal weapons at work. So Dilliard says just 3 days later, she got the call from 7-Eleven HR. Hey, sorry about that guy who almost terminated you, but now we are terminating you.
She says 7-Eleven Human Resources fired her Monday morning for use.
I hate HR so much, man. You do not hate HR and journalists enough.
Using her own gun.
Said that they were going to separate from employment because of a violation policy.
Dilliard says company policy isn't necessarily no self-defense, it's just you can only defend yourself with store items, apparently.
Dilliard says she was supposed to use, quote, store items.
What, do you think that you're gonna fashion a frickin' Slim Jim nunchuck weapon set? You think that bag of Lay's is gonna do some critical damage? Hang on, I'm thinking now. What could be used as a deadly weapon or something to defend yourself with that would be in a 7-Eleven? Does 7-Eleven have fryers? I would think maybe they do, because I know they make like chicken wings and shit like that. Man, hang on, chat. Let's think. If you have any ideas of what could be used as a self-defense weapon that would be in a 7-Eleven. The dude said he's gonna cut her, so he's presumably armed with a knife. You'd want something with reach. Like a broomstick might work, or like a mop stick. That's if there's one laying around, but if you don't have access to the utility closet, you're not gonna be able to get to that. I'm gonna have to think on that, chat. I don't think there's really anything that would be substantial enough to like do damage that would be in a 7-Eleven. Yeah, I don't know.
In self-defense.
As one story commenter observed, yeah, this lady, what is she doing? Using her own gun? She should have just used the store-supplied sawed-off shotgun under the counter. But
Hang on, was that a Reddit post? Oh no, it's I don't know where is this face base? Is this face space? I don't know. I don't remember where there's a down dude. Oh no, that's just a comment. My bad. Boop, 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 boop. That's just a comment. Everyone knows you're supposed to use the provided sawed-off shotgun.
Sawed-off shotgun under the counter.
Dude, that'd be based if they actually provided a sawed-off shotgun under the counter, man. Hey, man, they did it in the Wild West. Freaking car dealers had that sawed-off shotgun mounted right underneath the, under the table. You acting a fool? I'm gonna blast your nuts off.
But since no such thing exists, I guess you can try throwing one of the hot dogs from the roller and hope the grease is hot enough to scald your attacker, or maybe just hope
I was actually thinking that, and I'm like, that's just ridiculous.
that a poo dives right in front of you to take your bullet just in time, or maybe like him, eventually you'll get shot enough that the bullets just deflect themselves.
You are a very lucky man, Apu. You see, the bullet ricocheted off another bullet that was lodged in your chest from a previous robbery.
Now, of course, that is only one side of the story, so maybe there's something missing.
I forgot about
better
that.
Explains the company's perspective, you might think. But no, not really. The company isn't saying anything publicly in response, and when you look at
course
the
not.
additional details, it's clear that Dilliard acted totally reasonably. First, because the police arrived on scene and investigated the incident, and they determined that Dilliard acted in full compliance with Oklahoma's self-defense law. The guy she shot for...
Okay, so it does cover that. Maybe it's a different ordinance or law than Castle Doctrine, because Castle Doctrine specifically said dwelling.
attacking her, who notably is undescribed and unpictured in all the reporting I've seen, other than his name and his age. Kenneth Thompson, 59, he didn't die. He got shot in the stomach and he ran away, but he's now charged with assault and battery, threatening acts of violence, attempting to pass a fake bill, and he had a felony warrant for violating parole. Violating parole,
So
eh?
did they get him?
Parole for what? What else did he do? A quick search through Oklahoma booking records uncovers the photo, apparently unfindable elsewhere. Kenneth Thompson has been in and out of prison since the 80s for exactly this sort of
Very cool.
behavior. Stealing
Grand larceny, robbery first degree, larceny from the house, robbery by force and fear, burglary first degree, robbery second degree, burglary. Boy, he really likes taking things, doesn't he?
stuff and being violent about it. He was in prison 89 to 97 for robbery. Then he went back in briefly in 99 for stealing again. Then he stole a whole bunch more until he went back to prison in 2003. Then he stole more in 2012. And he was locked up for another decade plus until he was just released at the end of August. And apparently he went right back to his old ways. Robbery by force and fear. So Dilliard committed no crime, according to investigators. The guy who attacked her does nothing but commit crime, according to his record, so it's not hard to believe Dilliard's story. In fact, it's impossible not to. But 7-Eleven's company policy is fire her. And that is no mistake, just in case we think this is some broad corporate policy, maybe hastily or clumsily applied in this one particular crazy circumstance. No, 7-Eleven is well aware that working late-night cashier jobs in their stores in certain urban markets is very dangerous.
It's a nice way to put it.
That's why Apu taking so many bullets is the stereotype, and they've crafted their policy with that knowledge. In fact, in the Oklahoma City market specifically, 7-Eleven has had a long time to think about employee safety and self-defense at work. And this is the policy that they want. Getting killed by some thug robber is just part of the job, or at least the risk of it is. Last year at another Oklahoma City 7-Eleven store,
Yeah, man, like, ain't no way I'm taking a fucking job as a cashier at a 7-Eleven and working a night shift. Ain't no way. Especially, I guess, since you can't defend yourself. And, you know, I bet it's gotta be some, like, legal reason. And especially since the dude got shot in the stomach and survived. Now there's a potential lawsuit that can happen. Not that I don't think this guy can afford a lawyer. However, I'm gonna guess this is 7-Eleven trying to cover their ass legally.
only 6 or 7 miles away from this one, An 18-year-old female clerk, Jaden Anthony, was murdered in a similar late-night robbery situation. Like Dilliard, Anthony was the only employee at the store that night. Just after 2 a.m.,
Yeah, most of the time during those hours, you're only going to have the one person staffing the store.
Anthony Gonzalez entered. He acted like he was making a purchase, and when Anthony opened the register, he stabbed her and he took some cash. She later died. Now, is the policy actually you assume the risk of thug stabbings by working at 7-Eleven? Again, the company has not said that, but a legal analyst in the local news coverage says that is the effect.
The way 7-Eleven...
Well, then they should start providing stab vests to their employees, especially their night shifts.
7-Eleven's policy treats this. It was her decision to work there.
By the way, that's not a good solution.
Yeah, it was her decision to work there, sure, but it's the criminal's decision to get violent. So how do we resolve that aggression? If I get mugged on the street, was it just my decision to walk down that sidewalk? Too bad. If my car gets broken into, was it just my decision to keep cash in the glove compartment? Too bad. I understand those are legal questions, and for 7-Eleven, it's a question of association and employment, but even just in the context of friends, who is your friend? Your reliable employee who would just like the courtesy of surviving her shift to see her family tomorrow, or the criminal who would have her dead and your store property taken? And yeah, I'm sure there are insurance and liability and financial considerations here beyond just the basic moral truth. If all of our employees carry guns, then our insurance costs go sky high and blah 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 blah. Fine. But there are still at least two better ways out of that situation. One, keep the no personal weapons policy as a formality. You can say it's firm on paper, but make it much more flexible in its application. No, employees may not carry weapons. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, see page whatever in the handbook on which our insurance policy is based. But also, no, we're not going to fire somebody for defending her life from a criminal attacker. And if you have to demonstrate compliance, you just make up some kind of meaningless punishment as cover. Here, watch an HR training video with pay and call it a day. Or two, treat the threat more seriously otherwise. Get dedicated armed security for late night shifts. And yeah.
And the, Quick Trip actually does this. Especially in more rougher areas. For example, where I live, it's not the ghetto, but it's a little rough around the edges, to say the least. The Quick Trip down the road, they ended up having to weld. You know how there's like the two front doors and then there's like two side doors for at least most of the modern Quick Trips. They had to weld the side doors closed. You cannot use them anymore. I think they're like emergency exits now. But you cannot go in, and you can go out, but you're going to set the alarm off, which a lot of homeless people do all the time. But they had to do that because there was a lot of petty theft that was going on. Homeless people would just waltz in, take a Gatorade, and then just slide out through the side door. And they're generally pretty busy, so like the cashiers and the people cooking food, they're too busy to even notice something like that. And at night it gets even worse. Usually there's one person, maybe two, maybe two on the weekends. And then there's a security guard there. Now, there isn't a security guard at every Quick Trip, but I would imagine that the places that have higher shrink, to say the least, they're gonna have one. So, anyway, rant over.
That costs money. But so does the theft you're enabling without it, and so does finding and paying clerks actually willing to work if the terms are each shift comes with the possibility of a bullet. And
well, and that's the thing. You're going to be spending money regardless. You're either going to spend the money or you're going to lose the money.
Can't do anything about it.
Either way, you lose the money.
Company necessity to manage risk. This is still the worst possible solution from that perspective, because not only does this approach devalue the lives of the workers as though they're just as replaceable as the stock on the shelves,
Many companies think like that, unfortunately. That's not if that is indeed true, that is not exclusive to 7-Eleven.
It very likely enables and facilitates the criminals, too. Criminals love soft targets. They love to know that they will not face a lethal response to their crimes. If they don't face consequences, they'll keep coming back to steal even.
Well, that's like bullying, like when you're a kid. Bullies go after soft targets. Which is why I always say, even if you know you're gonna get your ass beat, like, always stand up for yourself. I don't even think fights even really happen anymore. They used to when I was a kid, but I don't think that's even really the case these days. But, you know, it's like never back down. Never back down. Make it fucking hard for them. And yeah, if they beat your ass, sure, but make it fucking hard for them, because I guarantee you, a bully will leave you the fuck alone if you make it hard for them. They do not want to go through all that fucking effort. They will go on to someone else that is not going to cause as much of a ruckus.
And more, and the problem, even from a bottom line perspective, gets worse.
Glad to see that bullies and
that's not
criminals
just
have very
theoretical.
similar mentalities.
It checks out in data, too. John Lott at Real Clear Politics
But it makes
has
it easy.
analysis on this story. He says that according to the Justice Department's National Crime Victimization Survey, you don't prevent violence by appeasing it or being passive. Women who rely on passive response to criminal confrontation are 2.5 times more likely to suffer serious injury in the incident than women who instead defend themselves with a firearm.
No duh.
If the criminals are willing to get violent, they're certainly willing to steal. So deterrent from one is deterrent from the other. Plus, when life and death decisions are presented, you're kidding yourself if you think the policy applies anyway. If you get a gun or a knife or just a giant dude's fists in your face, are you really thinking, well, I guess this is it. I guess I have to die for Big Slurpee now because that is the policy. Or are you desperately grabbing whatever you can to fight that threat? Is it really somehow irresponsible or reckless to have a gun on your hip for that scenario? Or is the responsible thing to panic run over to the beer aisle to break a bottle and try to stab him? And is the company liability actually any greater?
Actually, a beer bottle would be a good one. I was thinking beer cans at first, and I was like, nah, man, a beer can is... I don't think it's going to be enough. But yeah, beer bottle. I forgot about the bottles. And a lot of those places sell wine. Dude, I would use a fucking wine bottle. Ooh, bro. Okay, now we're thinking.
If you survive long enough, even to try that nonsense. The point is, for almost everyone,
right.
the list of things they're willing to die for is very short. Family, God himself, country, to the extent it serves those things. End of list.
Yep.
Big Slurpee is not on it. Nobody's dying for that. Not even the criminals, if you actually deal with them properly when they try to steal them. Stephanie Dilliard said it herself. Yeah, cool employee handbook, but I'm still going home to my kids no matter what. So your supposed choice
Smart.
really isn't one.
Just I'm going home. You know, that's my goal. I need to be here for my kids.
Yep,
Turns
fuck
out that
them.
mom is much
Fuck
less
'em.
replaceable than 7-Eleven employment. Dilliard has a GoFundMe page where she's raised almost $50,000.
Oh, good for her.
She's now looking for another employment opportunity. She says she was working the night shift to save money to get a house away from the city, and she's still pursuing that plan. And
for
hopefully
her.
it works out.
Yeah.
But hey, even if it doesn't,
God bless.
at least you're still alive, and at least you know you can always feed your kids by robbing a 7-Eleven, because there won't be any meaningful intervention. Forget the food stamps fiasco. With this policy, I think we finally solved world hunger. Thanks as always for listening and for supporting this channel. Always appreciate that thoughtful discussion down below, and especially over on X, that is at ML Christensen. You're always welcome to coming out and chat my live streams is live on Wednesday and Sunday nights.
Oh, yeah, so he does still do
forward
one.
to it. Good luck.
Still does live streams. All right, that is Matt Christensen. That was a good video, and good on that gal, man. Oh, I see my. Oh, hang on. There we go. That's why it's not popping up. I had it frickin' hidden. I had it hidden. Oh, hang on. Ein Moment. Lanabello9, thank you for the follow over on Kick. Man, Kick's really taking off here, man. Twitch, you guys you need to step up your game, my Twitch bros. Let's see here. All right, give him a like, give him a subscribe. Here I will post the links to the video. There's that. There's that. I am from the US. This is really weird typing to someone and talking to someone that doesn't have working headphones, but okay. All right. Next up, we got Decoy Voice. New York City is finished. Oh, wait, did he change his name to Decoy? It used to be Decoy Voice, now it's just Decoy? I can't believe he actually snagged that name. Impressive. Alright, this is New York is finished. Let's see what we got going on in Mondani land.
No matter what their crime stats say, New York City isn't safe, as apparently 16 arrests isn't enough to keep a violent individual incarcerated, where this NYU student recently went viral after being attacked.
As I'm walking with my headphones on listening to music, I feel like...
Bro, with how New York is right now, I would not be walking around with headphones on at all. I would want all 5 senses firing. All 5. Bam. I need full detection.
Something slapped me.
Full
so
sensory
hard,
detection.
On my ass, so hard. And I was like, oh my god, ow, that hurts so bad. And I was like, oh, I thought it was one of my friends. I just saw this old white guy. Right when I turned around, he grabbed my fucking hair like this and yanked me and threw me to the ground.
Holy shit.
Headphones went fucking flying. And I was just on the...
I would not be worried about the headphones in that situation.
ground. I saw him just bolt away down Waverly. I never thought this was gonna happen to me, just because I was I've seen the stories and I was oh, that's so scary, but having it actually happen now, it's oh my god. You need to be aware at all times.
As she wasn't exaggerating.
I just crossed the street and I'm walking down the right side of Broadway, and then you can see that he literally followed me across the street, and that's him right there, and he literally targets me and approaches me and does this. You can tell literally everyone around is literally in shock. These girls don't know what to do. It's so terrible.
Later discovering he is a serial offender.
Have sent it to NYU security, and they're forwarding it to the police.
This is just an old guy. Have they caught him yet? I wonder.
Police, and it actually is the guy that has been assaulting many girls around campus right now.
As sadly, nothing red pills someone faster than the reality that safety is an illusion only assumed by the naive, especially when your city for decades has gone out of their way to cater to criminals, leaving our most vulnerable citizens completely defenseless, as even in broad daylight, everybody was dumbfounded on how to defend her. Now, she did mention she takes self-defense.
Now I'm pissed because I've been doing all this boxing, I should have gotten up and chased after him and squared his ass up,
And when someone suggested she learn to fight, she replied with footage of her training. And it's honestly better than nothing, but again, reality isn't a Marvel movie. It's good to get in shape, but light pad work won't hurt an insane attacker that outweighs you by 90 pounds. And this very scary incident is likely the first time she realized, in a city where criminals no longer fear the law, every day you're in the streets, you're just hoping the predators don't decide it's your turn to be victimized.
The other thing as well is when it comes to being thrown into a dangerous situation. You've probably heard this before. Everyone's always oh, it's fight or flight. It's fight or flight. That you stick around and fight and hold your ground, or you retreat. It's actually 3. It's fight, flight, or freeze. Many people freeze. Hell, I'll even admit There are many times where I've been thrusted into a dangerous situation, and sometimes you freeze because your brain is still trying to understand that the situation that's going on around you is real. And that causes a lot of people to just be like, it's just pure shock. It's like pure surprise. And I'm gonna and you know what? I applaud the gal for, you know, taking boxing classes and stuff like that. However, anyone can look in the past, because obviously hindsight's 2020. You could look in the past and be like, oh well, I know this. I should have just went over and beat his ass instead of basically doing nothing. Yeah, it's really easy to say that after the fact. But it's all about what did you do at that moment, and that shows you how a person will truly act under real pressure.
But it doesn't have to be this way with college kids.
You cannot hide that.
But in New York City, vigilantes are seen as toxic masculinity, where even if you beat the charges, the left will still villainize you, and they're going to great lengths to make certain law-abiding citizens are defenseless. So if you can't defend yourself, and defending the innocent brings you criminal charges, how can anybody get even a semblance of justice? Well, the NYU student, Amelia, made an X account just yesterday, with her only activity being related to the attack. And luckily, her original video went viral, getting 4.3 million views. And almost immediately, the NYPD went out and arrested a suspect, with TMZ reporting he had...
Yeah, he looks like he slaps random people's ass. I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I'm judging a book by its cover right now, chat.
16 prior arrests, which really makes you wonder, had it not been a model-esque looking co-ed gaining millions of views, would this man have been brought to justice? I'm thinking not, or I can't verify if it's him, but back in 2023, a man with the same name in New York City.
James Rizzo! That's that Riz, son. He's got that Riz. Ew.
He was also convicted of a S crime, and even 10 years before that, a man with that same bizarre name was convicted of a S crime again, both times being registered as an S offender. And I don't know what's worse, if this same guy was arrested and released over 16 times for assaulting innocent women, or the fact that in this city, for almost a decade and a half, there were multiple S offenders named James Rizzo, and they still can't stop them, as both scenarios spell.
Maybe it's like a Fight Club kind of thing, where it's like, his name is Robert Paulson, his name is James Rizzo.
About the same sad reality that zero women should feel safe in New York City, and that's by design. Where remember, just over a year ago, a TikTok trend accidentally connected a girl that got attacked in NYC to other women who had also been randomly attacked in the city, as the algorithm matched up their stories, connecting all the victims.
Whoa.
A man came up and punched me in the face. So I just got punched in the face.
I literally just got punched by some man on the sidewalk.
And the worst part about that story is some of the girls found out they were all attacked by the same man, but the other half found out their attackers just matched his description but were unrelated random attacks. And all of the girls reported difficulty getting the NYPD to follow through on anything. So I genuinely hope that Amelia girl gets justice, and the mass shaming of their local coppers gets them to actually do something. More importantly, New Yorkers remember these incidents the next time they see PD enforcing the law violently, as arresting a criminally insane S offender isn't going to look pretty when they're screaming, crying, and wailing that they don't want to go to jail. But the left has a bad habit of taking the side of anybody opposite the police, no matter the crime. Where recently in NYC, there was a serial spitter.
And
There is a man spitting in women's faces in Williamsburg.
a man spit in my face.
A guy coming towards me.
That's actually like a health hazard too. Like, that's disgusting.
Fully just spat in my face.
As it's even gained local press coverage.
NYPD have arrested an alleged serial spitter.
And just like Amelia's story in the start, we saw reports of an arrest, but have absolutely zero confidence the judge will actually imprison them for the appropriate amount of time. As what exactly are these coppers doing? Escorting around anti-ICE activists as they tour the city. And when they're...
What the fuck was that? Really? Really?
The city, and when they're not chaperoning them, they're getting bullied by them, non-stop, day or night, by every single progressive movement in the book. And that's what happens when you neuter the police. Activists think they're punishing bad cops, but they just stop doing the job. And this doesn't hurt President Trump, just the innocent kids trying to go to college. As sadly, there is a solution to this. In the equally liberal, crime-ridden DC, Trump's National Guard deployment finally freed the citizens.
For a long time in Washington, D.C., it has been really unsafe. And so because of the National Guard's presence here, a lot of women feel a lot safer taking the metro.
So of course, a solution
Go
has
National
to be
Guard,
seen
baby.
as a bad thing to the left. And at this point, it really feels like they're destroying the city on purpose, where everybody collectively knows nobody is safe. But since the TV tells them it isn't an issue, as in fact, violent crime is down, they somehow voted for a mayor that wants to empty out their prisons, because violence isn't real.
Violence is an artificial construction.
I can prove you wrong really quickly if you'd like. In Minecraft, of course.
We have to be very clear on what is happening here.
And if you think crime is bad now, just wait until after that idiot is inaugurated. More cops walk off the job, get replaced by unarmed social workers to handle the massive amounts of violent criminals they just let out. And the citizens will either have to drop out of college and quit their careers to flee for safety, or be forced to adopt a large dog just so they can feel safe enough to walk. And again, we shouldn't have to live like this.
Dude, oh man, having a big dog in like a studio apartment in New York, dude, that would fucking suck. That would suck. I didn't get my dog until I got my house. Otherwise, like, I mean, I had my cat, and my cat was my homie. She's like ride or die for sure. But like, I can have a cat in an apartment and it'd be totally fine. Ain't no way I'm having a dog in an apartment. Even a townhome would be like, maybe, kind of questionable. But dude, man, those studio apartments in New York are tiny too.
Getting a killer canine isn't what college students should be doing, it's what junkyards in the third world do. But at this point...
Well, that's the other thing too, is if you have, like, I wouldn't say an aggressive dog, but a dog that is able to be aggressive, unless you train that dog very well, that is a potential, like, weapon that just might attack anything at any time. I mean, it could be just like nervous. It could get startled, and then it could just become very violent. So, unless you're like a really, really good dog trainer, you have a wild weapon at your side. Oh yeah, they'll be nice to you because you're probably you're the master, man. They're not gonna attack the master. But everyone else, I don't know, man. This is why I like guns. I mean, I like dogs too. But my dog is not. I did not train him to be aggressive.
Third world dumpster, New York City. I don't
He's
think
just a
anybody
sentry.
can tell the difference anymore. So
He just
we
needs to make
appreciate my
noises.
concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality. Subscribe to Decoy, as after 1 million subscribers, we're changing from Decoy voice to just Decoy.
Okay. Hey, look at that. He answered my question. Hang on. I generally don't comment, but 1 mil's pretty big. That's amazing. I don't know. When was this account made? I'm actually kind of curious. 2020, dude. I was gonna say, like, he's not like one of the old guard, but he's been doing this for 5 years now. And dude, 1 million in 5 years. That's pretty fucking good, especially with like the YouTube algorithm being as janky as it's been. So congratulations, Decoy. Well done. All right. This. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's Decoy. Let me get the linkus out here. Doop. There's Decoy voice, and now I can actually type in Kick Chat now. All right. Next one is Dry Creek Wrangler School. I like his videos. I don't, again, this is kind of like crap. Matt Christensen. Jesus criminy. You know, it's kind of like case by case. Like, there's some videos that he'll put out where I'm just kind of like not really interested in watching, but I don't know. This one looked pretty interesting. It is a little long, so I will try my best not to pause too much. But it's called Nobody Likes Me, which is an interesting title. And now this dude's got like, dude, this guy's wise as fuck, man. And plus he's just fun to listen to. If it is a little dry and a little boring, we might move on to the next one, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Good morning.
Dude, I love his fucking pipe collection. Look at that shit, dude. Man, I wish I had some pipes.
Dwayne here, Dry Creek Wrangler School. And I know I did a video on this channel just 2 or 3 days ago, but I am finally catching up and on stuff around here, so I'm gonna catch up on some videos too. We woke up this morning, a little bit of snow on the ground, and I went out and put 2 big round bales of hay out in the pasture with all the horses out there, and checked the water troughs and made sure they were full and not iced over.
Yeah.
Got some things done, and then came back inside, stirred up the stove.
Oh shit, the BGM's been going on this entire time. Whoops.
And I decided to sit here and make another video. And so that's what we're going to do.
Well, I might have borked that a little bit.
Really good pipe this morning. Peterson Irish Flake. In an Eric Stockeby 4th generation Dublin.
That's
just
sick,
picked up
dude.
This little pipe, and I like.
Dude, there are a lot of guys that like really fucking go ham on the pipe and pipe tobacco. Man, dude, I would really like to get into that. But I'd have to go outside to smoke it because I'm not gonna smoke it in my house because I'd like to sell my house one day.
Like it, so I'm enjoying it. We have a horse on the place that we've been using in the school. Little bay horse, he's probably about 15 years old. I've got his papers, I'd have to look him up. And his name is Trace.
Okay.
Trace is his last name. He's one of the few horses we have that has 2 names.
Oh.
Trace is his last name. His first name is Buffalo. And
oh. Must have been a whiskey enjoyer.
He is one
Good whiskey,
of
by the
our-
way.
He's been one of our main school horses. Now, he's a unique little rascal. He's very quiet and dependable. He's the horse that we use when we start out at the first of the week for the school. We teach people to saddle a horse properly. He's the horse we use, and we use him because he's the smallest. Well, not counting Jubilee, so he's the second smallest horse we have on the place.
And yeah, if he's got that temperament, he's perfect for like a first-timer's horse, as far as like putting a saddle on and like riding it. Because he's just gonna be chill and not really get bothered by a lot of stuff. That's huge. That's huge. I've been on a couple horses that were like that. I mean, it was like a camp for kids, so naturally all the horses are probably of that similar ilk and mentality. Yeah, you don't want a fucking bucking bronco as for your first go through.
And he's an old veteran.
Mm-hmm.
He's very quiet. And he knows the drill.
I love
When
horses.
Tie him up out there and bring the students up. He knows what's going on, so he just stands there and puts his head down and goes to sleep while everybody puts a saddle on and off.
That's hilarious.
I can put anybody on him. I've put children on him. I've put women and inexperienced women, inexperienced men. I can put anybody on him.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's crafty. Not in such a way that's going to get anybody in trouble or get anybody hurt. But like a lot of these small performance-bred horses, he's kind of independent-minded. And
it sounds like a husky. You know, they're not mean dogs generally. They're just mischievous. They're just jesters. They're clowns. They're clowns. I'm gonna guess this is probably similar to the horse here, where it's like, yeah, you know, you tell your dog, hey, come, and then he just sits there for a second, just like, oh yeah, he heard the command. He knows. He's like, okay, and then we'll come over.
And past a certain point, he's going to make you earn it. He's going to make you earn his respect. And again, someone who's really green won't even recognize it. They'll just get frustrated. He's not going to take you under a tree. He's not going to physically act up. You're not going to come off of him. Nothing like that. But for those who know, they know. And
I do not know.
Like we have another horse out here, the other main school horse that we have, Mouse, Big Mouse. Everybody loves Mouse. You can do anything on Mouse. I can put the grandbabies on him. I can get on him and go work cattle. I mean, it's just Mouse.
Mouse is the
he's
man.
Another one I can put anybody on, but he's a little different from Trace. Because Mouse will just do what needs to be done. And he's bigger. He's Hancock bred horse. But there's no buck in him, and he's a veteran too, and so you know he'll start out quiet. But if you say, "Hey, it's time to go to work," listen to me, he'll do it.
That's a sick lighter.
We had a student here sometime this year, and I'm going to be very vague on this because I'm not wanting to embarrass anybody or cause any discomfort for anybody, but we had a student here this year who had no experience at all, none, which is common, extremely common. And he wasn't a real big fella, so I put him on
Hang on,
Trace.
I gotta take this call.
And
Sorry about that, chat. That was my mom. I called her earlier, and she just called me just a second ago. I texted her saying like, hey, can I call you back? And then she called again immediately, and I'm like, is this an emergency? Like, she's double calling me? So I needed to take that to make sure like no one was bleeding or dying. Anyway, let's get back into it.
He didn't get along with Trace at all. There wasn't any overt fighting. There just wasn't any. Trace would do what Trace had to do. And of course I was there, and I would kind of push things through and help along. But this kid did not like Trace. Now usually what would happen in a situation,
horse wars,
is because horses have personalities just like people do. If you ever met them right off the bat, immediately,
yeah, they're very smart creatures.
I don't like that person. I just met them. They've never done anything to me. I've never done anything to them, but I just don't like them. The energy.
I actually have, I use my dog as a gauge for that. My dog is generally very friendly to everyone, but if my dog, which is rare, if my dog does not like you, that probably means I'm not going to like you either. Or I'm going to be very distrustful of you. Because my dog can actually pick up on that shit.
He is not right. It happens. It happens with horses and people. That's natural. And so usually I would, if somebody's not getting along with a horse, I will swap things around and put them on a different horse.
Right.
But I noticed something about this kid. This kid didn't get along with anybody. He wasn't just getting along. He wasn't just not getting along with Trace. He wasn't getting along with the other students. He wasn't getting along with the help. He was just not getting along. And so
I wonder if he actually even wanted to be there.
There's no point in putting him at a different horse because he's not going to get along with that horse either. And so we went on a ride.
He might just have that bad juju about him, or that bad aura.
We were probably about 4 days into the school, and we went on a ride, and that ride was like 8 or 10 miles. And when he came back from that ride, he was unhappy. And there was no trouble on the ride, okay? There's miles and miles of trails,
8 to 10 miles on a horse, that would be fun.
Here in the hills of Kentucky. Everybody did fine. Trace didn't hump, didn't kick, didn't do anything. But he was furious with Trace because Trace was not in sync with him. And so when he wanted Trace to slow down, Trace wouldn't slow down. And so he would come in hard on the bit. And I told him a couple times, you need to ease up. That's not going to work for you. And he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't listen.
And we did another
just kept going.
3 days of schooling around here, and then we went back out to the same trails and went on the same ride.
Okay.
And I gave him some gentle advice. Sit down and say, look, here's what's going on, okay? Now, this is on you. This isn't on Trace. And it's all about your approach. It's all about your attitude. And Trace isn't going to handle it. He'll handle it, but he'll just turn you off. We talked about in the last video, whisper every chance you get. Trace is independent-minded enough. He's not going to try to say, okay, what is it you're actually trying to say, but you're not capable of saying? Let me see if I can come in here. And he's not going to do that. He's going to turn you off, and he's going to go at the pace he wants. He's going to do what he wants to do. And I had told him before we went on that last ride, I said,
I'm going to guess if you're riding a horse and the horse is now doing whatever the fuck it wants, that's probably not a good thing. I'm no expert by any stretch of the imagination.
Look,
that doesn't sound good.
You have one job today, and that's not to train my horse. Okay, you're not here to train my horse to get my horse to where you think my horse needs to be.
Damn, dude. That fucking cuts. Isn't that? And it's not mean. It's not a mean statement, but dude, that is a cutting statement. You are not here to train my horse. Yeah, that's a deep bite, man.
I want you to learn to enjoy to ride. If we're not doing this for fun, then why are we doing it?
True.
Okay, if you're not getting into horses for fun, why are you getting into horses? And if you're so busy over the course of
And horses
4
are
hours,
fucking expensive too. You don't just wake up one morning and be like, okay, we're getting a horse today.
arguing with your horse, when the horse doesn't need argued with, you're not having fun.
And horses are pure just money sinks.
Your horse isn't having fun. And there's no point in you being out there.
Yeah.
And so I told him, I said, look, just chill. He's not going to do anything. He has never done anything. He never does anything. Okay? So just learn to get in time with your horse. Learn to get balanced. Learn to work on your seat. And just enjoy the ride. You're on a trail. You're in the hills of Kentucky. You're on horseback, which you paid a lot of money to come out here and do.
True.
But you're not having fun, and therefore your horse is not having fun, so nobody's having fun.
Yeah, animals pick up on that shit. Not just horses. Dogs do, cats do, frickin' apes. Hell, seals, penguins. Dude, they pick up on that shit, man.
Well, we went on that ride, and he didn't listen. He didn't learn.
Naturally. Unfortunate.
And when he came back, he was as dissatisfied as when he went out. He was as dissatisfied as he was on the first trip. And
sounds like he's a lost cause.
At one point, I told him, I said, there's nothing I can do for you.
Yep. Lost cause. At that point, it's like, okay, well, you know, I offered you my advice. You decided to log it away, which is fine. That's your decision. But if you don't want my help, then there's nothing I can do for you at this point. Thanks for the money. Ta-da.
There's nothing I can do for you. You won't get out of your head. You won't get out of yourself. You are trying to bend and to mold this horse into whatever it is that will satisfy you today. And that's not going to happen. And
yeah, this is probably a deep-seated problem that this kid's gonna have to figure out.
I can't help you. You and I didn't tell him this, but you know, if you can't get along with your horse, and you can't get along with any of the people that you are around, it's a you problem.
Yeah.
It's not a horse problem.
You're the through line. You're the common factor. It sucks to hear. It sucks to realize it. But the moment you do, the healing can begin.
Problem. You know, I've told this before, and I don't normally do this, but there was a TV program. I don't have television, but I'll sit down late in the evening sometimes, and I'll watch clips of certain programs that I like on YouTube. And there was a program out, and I've used this before, called Justified, based on books by Elmore Leonard, which I'm a...
Oh, the show Justified? Dude, my mom and my grandma fucking love that show, dude. I might have to give it another try. I can't seem to get into it, but I don't know that I would love Deadwood. Now that was more my jam, but I also cuss like a sailor too. So yeah, my mom's like, "Oh man, they cuss so much," and I'm like, "Oh cool, that's just another Tuesday for me."
Big fan of Elmore Leonard. And there's a quote in the main character in that series. He says a quote, and I'm going to edit it to keep it PG and to make it family friendly. But he said, if you wake up of a morning and you run into a jerk, okay, that's my editing, and you run into a jerk, you ran into a jerk.
Happens.
But if everyone you run into all day long is a jerk, you're the jerk.
I like that quote. I'll have to look up the actual quote for it, but yeah, that's very true. Very true.
It's become so easy today to become victims.
Yep. Well, shit, we basically have a real-life competition going on right now for biggest victim in the universe.
Instead of looking at ourselves and say, how am I contributing to this situation?
That would require introspection, and a lot of these people that think like this lack that ability.
If you, and I get this all the time, and so I'm saying this compassionately, I'm saying this encouragingly, I'm saying this to help you. But if you go through life thinking nobody likes me, maybe you're not likable. Maybe it's not everybody around you. Maybe it's you.
Yeah.
If you have a horse, and after a while you're like, it's a constant fight, my horse just doesn't like me, maybe you're not likable. Now, there's a lot of things that can contribute to contention between a horse and a rider. But if you're a rider and you ride different horses and you don't get along with any of the horses that you ever ride, and so you're like, horses are stupid.
What's the common data point?
Horses are mean, horses are dumb, I don't like horses, and you quit, it was most likely never the horse's fault, any of them. You're just not likable. And people who can never find a horse that likes them, I have found are often people who can never find people that like them. And ultimately it comes down to they are unlikable. Now,
patterns of behavior.
I'm going to get some of you guys on here, some of you young guys who watch an unfortunate series of men on the internet who have been telling you what manhood looks like. And they say, well, what you do is you be whoever you are. And if people don't like you, that's their problem. That only goes so far.
Yeah.
That only goes so far. All right? Now, I am me, and I'm different, and I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And there's people that don't like me. But there are people who do like me. And I have spent years doing inventory of the things in my life that cause people consternation.
Ooh, good word.
And I have looked at it openly and carefully and said, is this just arrogant, bad behavior? And it's not, most of the times. What I found that was, I worked on it, got rid of it. But people don't like strong men. People don't like men who will stand up, and people don't like men who will not cave. And that's out of fear. They fear those men because they don't have any control over them.
True.
But
very true. Remember that, chat.
But to go through life deliberately being unlikable.
Well, that's a you problem. Yeah, that's a skill issue.
And maybe it's not deliberate. Maybe it is a lack of self-awareness.
It could also be, it could be a persona as well. It could be a fabricated persona to possibly shield you from the outside world. I mean, I'm no psychiatrist or psychologist. I'm, however, speaking from experience.
Maybe it is victim mentality. There's a whole lot of these days. But to go through life being unlikable and then crying and saying, nobody likes me, and then turn around and saying, well, if they don't like me, it's their problem because I just am who I am, and you got to take me as I am. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Nobody has to take you as you are.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, if you keep doing what you're doing, I hope you know how to keep yourself entertained, because you're only going to have yourself in the end.
They can just walk away.
Yeah. And they should. They should. Chat, you don't have to put up with people's bullshit. Just be like, okay, well, fuck you then. Later. Fucking 180 and walk out. So yes, they should.
They can not cave. They can not give. They can go down the trail at whatever speed they want. And since you're on their back, you're on for the ride, and there's nothing you can do about it. They cannot listen to you. They cannot respect you. They don't have to like you when you're unlikable, just because that's the way I am. And it's their problem.
Yeah,
well,
it's a skill
it's
issue.
not their problem. There are people out there that I don't like because they're jerks.
Likewise.
It's not my problem that they're a jerk.
Yes.
It's not my problem because I don't have to like them and I don't have to be around them, and I just walk away.
Yes. That's what yep, exactly.
And that's what people will do for you. So a lot of times, people who are super lonely because nobody likes them, nobody will have anything to do with them, they're just unlikable. You are just unlikable. And there's a lot of different ways to become unlikable. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to be belligerent and angry and loud. There are certain characters that nobody likes.
Oh yeah, they come in all flavors.
Nobody likes a whiner.
No.
Nobody likes a whiner. Nobody likes a perpetual victim.
Yep.
Nobody likes these people.
Yeah, they're
Sometimes
annoying.
You get horses that are like mouths, and they're like, whatever. And they'll go along to get along.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll get away with it for a little while, but sometimes you get a person or a horse like Trace. And they're not going to behave badly because you're behaving badly. They're not going to buck you off.
But they're not going to take your
They're
shit
not
either.
gonna scrape you off under a low-hanging limb. They're not going to walk by real tight and close to a barbed wire fence and scrape you in that barbed wire fence. They're just going to turn you off.
Dude, horses fucking do that? Dude, that's fucking brutal. All right, well, be nice to your horses, chat, or are you gonna get the barbed wire again?
They're just going to go about their life and do their thing, because they know he'll be gone in a few days. I won't have to mess with him anymore. I don't have to listen to him today.
Yeah, you just turn on the filter and let whatever they're whining about or whinging about just goes in one ear right out the other. You don't even have to log that shit.
We need to stop blaming our social difficulties on other people. Maybe other people put you in a situation where you started becoming the unlikable person that you are today.
Yeah.
But you don't have to stay that way.
It's all about how you handle the situation.
Leave the house and you meet a jerk, you just met a jerk.
Yep.
But if your entire life is full of jerks, you can pretty well bet that you're the jerk. The whole world is not unlikable, contrary to what many of you believe.
No, there's some cool
They just
people
don't
out
like
there,
you.
man. They exist. They just don't like you.
A man that hath friends must show himself to be friendly. We can learn a lot from our horses if we'll take the time to listen. So, stop whining. Start doing inventory. Stop being a jerk. Stop being a victim. Stop being...
In chat, his advice is good advice, but do realize that it's not going to happen overnight. It's obviously easier said than done. But, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, it's always good to be mindful of. And as long as you keep it kind of in the front of your brain, you know, you can catch yourself. And once you start catching yourself more and more, then it just becomes second nature. So, but it doesn't happen overnight. You have to actively work on it.
Being a belligerent, just be a good dude.
Yeah, it's that. Just be chill, man.
Be a good dude. And your horses and your neighbors and your family will be more pleasant to be around because you're more pleasant to be around.
Yeah.
All right? Be logical. Be reasonable. Be safe. Have fun. And be likable.
There you go. That's Dry Creek Wrangler School, baby. Definitely subscribe if you haven't. Here, give him a like. I love his videos. Here are the linkus. Wow, that 21 minutes went by pretty quickly, actually. Hang on, I want to check something real fast, chat. Put that on. Turn that off for a second. I'm just checking to see if maybe there's been if Guild Wars has been updated yet. Oh, it is! Let's go! Oh my god. Oh my god. It's downloading a file. Oh, baby. We're not going to play just yet. Oh, Guild Wars Reforged. Oh, my god. Look, chat. Look, it's doing the thing. Well, it's good that I launched it just now, so we didn't have to, like, wait on this. So I'm glad we're getting that set up. Damn, dude, that's awesome. All right. I think I got one more video. Like I said, I only have... Oh, yeah, it's...
I get it. I know they're...
All right, we got Cash Jordan. Migrant mob wages war on Florida jail. Combat Marines ignore orders, unleash hell. That's quite the title. All right, let me turn that back on. And BGM off. And bada bing, bada boom.
I get it. I know there are those out there that don't agree with this. If you come into our country illegally, you broke the law.
Why are you being arrested?
Arrested for peaceful.
Called obstruction of justice.
So these radicals who just stormed a Florida deportation jail, as you just heard, were obstructing justice. Justice, which has been on overdrive in the Sunshine State 24 hours a day, with those here illegally being arrested and then brought to the controversial rapid removal hub at Alligator Alcatraz.
Alligator Alcatraz, there it is.
Permanently removed from America for breaking America's laws. But as you're about to see, this is something that has activists in this state losing their minds.
Activists losing their minds? Say it ain't so. I don't believe that for one moment.
Over the span of 4 days, more than 350 people were arrested in a multi-agency operation, including these arrests near a construction site on Fisk Boulevard.
That's right. This Colombian crime ring was sophisticated. Fake uniforms, detailed maps of wealthy neighborhoods, even hidden cameras.
Didn't think it was gonna just fucking auto launch like that.
Little did they know the police was tracking them.
Operation Dirtbag to go after people who have attacked our communities. In just 10 days, we've been able to remove, in partnership with the state of Florida, over 230
Dude, these operation names are insane, bro.
Heinous criminals from their streets.
Operation
The governor is
Dirtbag.
instead focusing on using just a few people as scapegoats to criminalize an entire population.
No one deserves to not come home from a day of work.
Have you seen my neighbor?
From a day of just living their lives. This is not the America we deserve.
They thought they had gotten away with it, but the drone
I don't think
then
you
tracked
deserve
the
shit,
group
bruh.
to their meetup spot. Officers moved
Nobody
in.
deserves
The
shit, bruh.
takedown, all caught on camera. All 5 are Colombian nationals in the U.S. illegally.
Wow. Dude, Ronnie.
So these recent
Ronnie's
Florida
cracking down.
raids went after convicted criminals, and there are a lot of convicted criminals here. Because although Florida's not a sanctuary state, none of the open borders activists upset about any of this bother mentioning that it's still one of the main entry points for people to get into America without permission. And
Yes.
you've got smugglers making millions traveling up Florida's coast and then dropping off illegal fugitives who attempt to make their way to the country's interior. Or don't and decide to hunker down in Florida, working fraudulently in a variety of industries, which as it turns out is not a smart thing to do in a law and order state. Because
Yeah.
unlike places like Chicago,
I mean, I'd stay for the weather, but if you're an illegal immigrant, I don't know if I'd want to be, I don't know if I'd want to be in Florida under DeSantis' rule, given being an illegal immigrant.
or California, local police here fully cooperate and assist the federal government with catching criminals who are not supposed to be here. And even getting in one's car in Florida is a big mistake because police are everywhere, on every roadway, and at every workplace. And even the smallest interaction with law enforcement could result in one getting deported, which proponents say is a good thing, calling Florida the model for law and order that should be emulated across America to keep it safe. Which brings us to the real reason activists just stormed this deportation jail. They desperately want to prove that something terrible is happening in Florida and that it's wrong, and they want to see 0 people face consequences for illegal criminal behavior.
I wonder where they got all those printed shirts and very nice signs from. I'm noticing, chat.
But as this group of screamers and dreamers quickly found out, the only thing wrong happening here.
Wow. That must be a lot of money in printed shirts. Custom printed shirts ain't cheap. And those nice little, those banners look like they're cloth. Ooh, très chic.
Here is them blocking the roadway and obstructing legal federal law enforcement. Enforcement which needs to happen.
I wonder how many there were there.
Itself is a magnet for criminals and would be their front door if nobody was around to shut it. But speaking of criminals, these activists, they're out there claiming that their neighbors are getting deported in some bizarre attempt to proclaim.
Oh wow, a gated community. Wow, wowie, wow. Oh, who's gonna mow your lawn now? Who's gonna trim your hedges? Wah.
Claim empathy with fugitives they know nothing about who just entered the country.
No one deserves to not come home from a day of work, from a day of school, from a day of just living their lives. This is not the America we deserve. We deserve freedom, safety, and communities that are protected.
Yeah, this is totally false.
And you're going to jail, so opinion discarded.
You're in any country illegally, not even America. You've broken the law, and there should be a consequence, because if there's not, that country doesn't have a border. But here's the thing, the 200 plus recently arrested fugitives, these people might have been dressed as civilians, and it may have looked like they were just going to work. And although to these activists, one's attire and outward appearance dictate whether or not ICE should be allowed to arrest them, it turns out these raids focused on...
Oh, they got Crocs on. It's over. Arrest that man. I think it's a man. Looks, that's a hairy leg. I'm gonna guess that's a man. I hope. Arrest this man. He's wearing pink Crocs.
Convicted criminals with rap sheets, making them so dangerous nobody would want to live near them if they weren't in the country illegally. There would be no sympathy for these criminals if they were Americans, because I don't see these activists out there protesting at other jails and prisons across the country holding some of our worst offenders. Speaking of which, when you see...
let's see here. I thought... Is that really it?
They were Americans, because I don't see these activists out there protesting at other jails and...
Is that really it? So let's see. Probably... We'll say like 34. We'll say there's people probably... It's probably going to go to here and then probably there. I mean, well, that's probably like 35 people maybe in total. I guess maybe they could have bought enough... They probably could have scraped together some cash for that many shirts. I was thinking it was like in the hundreds or something, but if it's only like 35 people, okay, never mind. Still, this is all very organized, clearly.
Prisons across the country holding some of our worst offenders. Speaking of which, when you see somebody who's out there doing landscaping work, well, as it turns out, they might not actually be doing landscaping work.
Florida have broken up a migrant burglary ring. A group of illegal immigrants from Colombia dressed as maintenance workers were caught on a drone camera stealing from high-end houses. So now we know how it's happening.
Hey, good morning, Dana. That's right. This Colombian crime ring was sophisticated. Fake uniforms, detailed maps of wealthy neighborhoods, even hidden cameras to track their victims.
That's
but
terrible.
Little did they know the police was tracking
Look at
them.
this.
Orange County deputies were tipped off, and they were ready with drone cameras to catch them in the act.
That's insane. And these are the individuals who, if activists see them getting arrested, they say, oh, this person, they were just headed to work because they're dressed as a worker. And even though I don't know anything about what's going on here, I'm looking at
or anything about this particular individual.
this, and
I'm just like, he's a brown person, so he must be innocent.
Saying that it's wrong. That's what they do. They look at someone's outward appearance and they say they must be innocent. Now, that doesn't make any sense, especially when you don't know that this person has disguised themselves and is out there committing crime, or may actually be working at a job which they're not supposed to have by virtue of their presence in America illegally, when they've got a rap sheet, when they're hiding in plain sight, so to speak, after committing crimes all across the country and possibly even in other countries. That's who Florida deputies were going after. They were going after people who are so dangerous they do not make the country better at all. Yet for some reason, activists are out there protesting, saying, oh, this is awful, this is terrible, and it needs to stop. No, it doesn't. You need to get criminals off the streets.
You see two men disguised as landscapers pacing the backyard of this home in Orlando. They walked in with empty bags, but walked out 30 minutes later with thousands in stolen designer handbags and shoes.
That's awful.
It's reverse Santa Claus.
Terrible.
Like the first time when I come to my house, when I saw the window break and my door open, and I feel like my heart jumped outside.
It was this hidden trail camera that helped them learn.
So there you...
Oh, look at that. Smart. Those trail cams are pretty nice to have. Unfortunately, a lot of them are hooked up to, I want to say, cellular networks now. So, you know, I guess theoretically they could get messed with, although I'm not sure if they're really high prime targets. This is why you got to get a CCTV, man. Make it unhackable.
Cameras to stake out homes that are owned by people. These are people who are in the country legally. These are people who are making our country better. Look, she's got a business. You see the company logo right there. These are people that improve America and offer jobs and positions legally. This is the American dream, and it's being plundered by people who were let into the country without permission. This is not a good thing. This defeats the idea that bringing people into the country without checking to see who they are is a good thing for America. It's not. This is wild.
I will stand for liberation, 'cause I know why I was made. I
All the shirts say they've kidnapped my neighbor. And they've got pictures of people who are criminals, and they're trying to defend those folks without knowing anything about them, or while putting forth a twisted narrative. Right, they have a protest location too. They don't even have to be here.
Why are you being arrested?
I'm being arrested for peacefully protesting the horrible treatment.
Horrible treatment. Where's your evidence of that?
Obstruction of justice.
These people are being treated horribly. They're human
Right.
beings.
So, look, if a human being commits a crime, they need to get arrested.
Take my shoes off.
These folks just don't understand that. They want to see people commit immigration crimes and just be let off the hook. And what's fascinating about this is the Department of Homeland Security has all kinds of information on who they're out there arresting. They're doing constant press conferences. They've got footage of who these people are. They've got their rap sheets. And you know what?
Arizona
None of these
tags in Florida?
individuals are out there even bothering to agree with the idea that if somebody's dangerous, they shouldn't be allowed to roam the streets. No, they say that if ICE arrests somebody, something wrong has obviously happened because ICE did it and Trump did it. And they really
that orange man
illegally has
it's
done nothing
always
wrong,
the
even
orange
if they've
man.
committed other crimes on top of entering the country without permission.
He's too powerful.
Patterns. Investigators say the suspects spent weeks watching the home, even dribbling a basketball in the neighborhood to blend in. Now the suspects are on video crawling out of the home and then jumping into getaway cars. They thought they had gotten away with it, but the drone then tracked the group to their meetup spot. Officers moved in.
Can't escape the drone.
All caught on camera.
So when activists see something like this, they see somebody getting arrested and they say, oh, this is profiling. Oh, it's just a normal person going about their day.
Well, Cash, they're also defending Venezuelan, like, drug smugglers, so, and, like, narco-terrorists, so, you know, this is kind of on par. You know, this is, yeah.
What they don't want to believe is that you've got folks who came into the country without permission and came here specifically to commit crime, came here specifically to run a criminal operation, which in this case is home invasions, which is obviously going to be more profitable in wealthy neighborhoods in America than it might be anywhere else in the world. This is criminal opportunism. That's all we're looking at here. But now the question is, how are these criminals
Dude, they're looting
getting
shit
into
like
the
a
United States?
freaking
How do
raid
they get
boss,
into
man.
coastal regions like Florida and California? And what is the federal government doing now that's different to crack down on their movements throughout the country?
Here is a video from agents interdicting a smuggling vessel carrying 17 Dominican nationals off the coast in Puerto Rico. Take a look.
Wow. This is how
And
people
officials
are
saying in the Caribbean
sneaking
area,
into the
just saw your
country,
video, despite the
unfortunately.
increased
Dangerous.
military presence, some of those smuggling boats still getting through, but their agents able to make a successful interdiction. But as you saw there in your video, Kelly,
This is despite all of the naval operations going on in the exact same area. This video was posted just a couple of days ago. And it turns out that if these boats get through, they travel up the coast of Florida, where people are then dropped off
U-Haul
and then
vans.
helped into unmarked, discreet vans, moving vans in some cases, where they are then transported to other parts of the country. So stopping the boats when they're off the coast, that's part of this. But there's a new plan that apparently was just either leaked or discovered. Apparently it's been happening for a while, but a big story came out about how these smugglers are actually being tracked with license plate readers all throughout the country, and guess who's upset by that?
Report definitely opening some eyes, if you will. The Associated Press reporting the agency is quietly tracking drivers across the country to flag and detain those who travel.
Oh, hey, it's probably they're probably using that that camera surveillance system that we looked at yesterday. Oh, what was the name of it? Oh, I don't remember the name of it now. Huh, yeah. Well, there you go. It's that system in action.
Trump.
That's nuts it can do that, though.
Somewhat suspicious. So the question is, how does it work? A network
terrible.
of cameras captures and records license plate information, while an algorithm flags vehicles as suspicious based on, where they came from, where they're heading, and the route that they took as well. Now, federal
people are upset by this because
I don't like that level of
law-abiding. They might have their license plate read, but that's not what's going on here. Smugglers have to enter the country at very specific places.
I mean, it's being used for good now,
if there's
but
a vehicle that gets picked up in one of those places and then starts driving out, it's very easy to tell who's a smuggler and who's not. And that's how they're catching people. They're looking at vehicles with suspicious traffic patterns. For example, if you see a car, 2 a.m. in the morning, it's overcrowded, there's tons of people there, what is that vehicle doing? Same thing in Florida. You see a whole bunch of vans that drive over to the water's edge and then drive away and all start heading towards sanctuary cities like Chicago or New York. Obviously, there's something going on there, and those vehicles need to be looked into. We can't have criminals.
Dude, did they tape cardboard to the back of that window so it would, like, kind of cover them a bit more? I'm gonna tell you this right now. You're retarded. You're so stupid. Because now you look even more conspicuous. If I was the smuggler, dude, I'd be like, alright, everybody load up. Keep your fucking head down. Do not peek over that window. Stay as low as you possibly can. Because, yeah, putting that cardboard up, dude, anybody using this legitimately will never do that.
Obviously, there's something going on there,
Fucking
and those
retards.
vehicles need to be looked into. We can't
Learn to crime better, idiots.
have criminals running a billion-dollar business inside America, breaking our laws, exploiting people and putting them in harm while they do this. This isn't good for anybody. It's not good for the fugitives. It's not good for the people they're bringing into the country illegally. It's all a disaster.
Can then notify local law enforcement. Here's the thing. These cameras are often disguised in highway safety equipment. The strategy at the southern border, certainly not new. News Nation actually has embedded with police in Cochise County, that's in Arizona, who say they use it to catch smugglers. Officers then track how long a car has been in a border county. So if it's a rental, for example, it shows up, heads north just hours after arriving.
So it like timestamps it.
As suspicious.
Right. So they know who they're looking for, and they know how to catch these people. It's not like human smuggling is some new thing in America. It's been happening for decades.
Been going on for
and again,
a long
when these people
time
get
now.
pulled over, they might be on their way to work. They might be at work because they're a criminal and they're part of a criminal enterprise, which is working
This
to
is
break
their
America's
job.
laws. But it's not what these activists care about. Nope. They want to see these folks released. They say that this is all profiling. They say that this is all wrong, and you're right, it is wrong. It's just wrong because of what the criminals are doing, not because law enforcement is putting a stop to it, making our country safer at the exact same time.
Dude.
Here,
What the fuck?
Patrol works in tandem with local law enforcement.
They're just in a
states
fucking
like
mattress
Arizona,
base.
in Texas, where we are, and then also even cities towards the northern border.
Dude, and they didn't give him water either? Like, look, man. If I was smuggling, like, give him fucking water. Keep a fucking, like, cool, chilly, icy koozie, an igloo cooler of fucking, like, water. I mean, they're in the back of a fucking truck, bro. It's either gonna be really fucking hot or really fucking cold. There is no in between in a truck. Damn, bro.
We're talking about places like Detroit or even Chicago, where you are. Border
It's
Patrol
happening
working
all over
in
the
tandem
place.
with local law enforcement, but critics argue that the Border Patrol is violating constitutional rights by using these cameras to monitor drivers, pulling them over based on arbitrary judgments.
What do you mean arbitrary judgments?
It's happening, and it is as massive and invasive as it seems.
The goal here is to outrage.
I feel like I'm absorbing soy through the screen by looking at this extraordinarily round soy face.
Regular Americans. That something is being done to keep our country safe. Now, look at this, for example. You want to come out and say that, oh, this is invasive, this is wrong. I mean, this is nothing even close to what happens to every single one of us when we go through an airport. But here's the thing these activists don't understand. Their movement, their raids of deportation jails, their constant protesting and agitating, it's all falling flat on its face because people understand what a threat it is to have people in the country who came in without permission in an unknown way. These folks, we don't necessarily know what their goal is. What could someone's goal be if they prefer to enter the country secretly rather than to do it the legal way?
It's virtually infinite.
And invasive as it seems. I think the actions that Border Patrol has been, the CBP has been taking to hide this program.
Well, I shouldn't say it's virtually infinite.
Right? They've worked really hard to.
Let's just say there's options.
Keep the program, the way it's deployed, where it's deployed, etc. very hush-hush.
If you have a network of cameras that are designed to catch smugglers who've secretly entered the country and are breaking the law, why would you tell them where those cameras are? Why would you...
Wait.
Blow the lid off this program and tell people
How
which highways
dumb.
have these cameras. Then they're just going to go around them and the program's not going to work. See, we're supposed to believe that because this is some kind of secret, that we should be opposed to that. Now, look, everybody loves transparency, but if the government isn't allowed to use its resources to track down criminals before those criminals know about it, how on earth do we enforce our laws? How do we do that? And how is this any different
in the trunk.
than people who are surveilled as part of a police investigation into a non-immigration related matter? Those happen all the time across this country. Undercover operations. This stuff is constantly happening in this country. This is how law enforcement works. And we're supposed to have some problem with it because it's ICE that's the law enforcement agency, and it's Trump. And therefore it must be wrong, and therefore it must be inhumane. And on top of that, we got these jails in Florida. Oh, Florida's the worst. They're so mean to everybody over there. That's what we're told to think. That's the attitude
Florida's
these people
like the most base state right now.
Every single day, they're blasting it from the rooftops. I don't think it's working. I see them out there getting arrested. To me, this looks kind of silly, especially when these individuals know nothing about the criminals who've broken our laws and harmed our communities in ways they...
Dude, and it's always like kids. I say kids, but like early 20s, like 18 to like, I don't know, we'll say 25. It's always like younger people or like boomer Karens. There's like no in between. Well, I take that back. You got all the millennials that cry on TikTok. Never mind. I take all of it back.
refuse to believe are actually happening. What do you think about that? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
All right. There it is, man. Cash Jordan. Give him a like. Subscribe if you have not. He is certainly one of my favorite channels, and I will continuously glaze them. There are the links. Okay. It looks like... it appears that Guild Wars is finished, so let's go ahead and click over to that. However, I'm going to use the restroom real quick before we begin. Let me do this. Put the music on. Turn that. Oh, nope, my bad. So used to doing the other thing. All right. Go ahead and get a stretch. Get some tea, get some coffee, get some water, whatever you'd like. Or a beer. I don't know if you're having a lunch beer. Don't worry, I won't tell your boss. 5 minutes, and I will see you all in a few moments. All right, we're so back. We are so back. All right. So let's check out this Reforge, man. There's already another patch, damn. Let me log in here. Man, I really hope they didn't fuck anything up, because I guess the original game's gone now. They just completely... you can't even switch back to it, I guess. Like what they did with Warcraft 3. Okay. Alright. And then... oh. I need to resize this. Boop. There we go. Kind of scooch myself over a little bit there. Okay, there we go. Well. Uh-oh. Nope. Doop. Good enough. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, that's right, there's no, no options menu. Models kind of look the same. Doesn't look like there is really any big updates on the models. Okay. Game pretty much looks the same. Well, no, the model does look a little bit more crisp. I like that. Okay. Looks pretty good. Let's see what the options menus have changed since then. Field of view, camera rotation speed. Sorry, chat, I'm just kind of skimming through here. Show ally NPC and item names. That's actually not a bad idea. You know what? Let's actually just keep those on. Yeah, let's just keep that on. I don't know why I didn't have those on beforehand. Okay, here we go. Graphics. So this is this is what I'm really curious about here. Let's see. Oof! Wow, that is large. How's small look? Small. I don't know. I kind of like small. I kind of like small. All right. Terrain quality high, reflections all, texture for shade, texture quality high, shadow quality ultra, shader quality high, frame limiter none, wait for vertical sync. You know, I'm actually gonna turn off the bloom. I really hate bloom. Yeah, do enhanced draw distance too, that's fine. Okay. This all seems pretty... This all seems pretty much the same. turn the music off. Well, I mean, I guess that's pretty much that. I don't know, man. It's pretty much just seems like the same game, which is fine. I mean, I'm not mad. That means it didn't change anything, or didn't pull a blizzard. Where is the? There. No. Where the hell's the storage? Whoops. I think that might. No, it's not over here. There is a storage person, isn't there? There's usually one. Am I going insane? Alright, fine. We'll do a little travel then. I think we've got a few quests that we need to do anyway. Oh yeah, we gotta go to the fucking fireplace and drop off those ashes. We need to do that first before we continue onward through Snow World. So probably not a bad idea that we came back here. Let's see. Let's see. Is there anything that needs to be identified? Yep. Yep. Doot. Nope. Doot. Boop. Boop, boop. Nope. And that's empty. Okay. And salvage. And salvage. And salvage. And salvage. Man, I got a lot of armors. Holy shit. Probably because I had to do the last mission like 3 frickin' times, or 4 is frickin'... Oh, no. I didn't mean to do that. That's what I wanted to do. I knew there was one in here. Okay. And now we vendor everything off. Did I... Oh, that's... Oh, I will need a plat. Okay. Not a bad thing. Pardon me. Cool. Easy peasy. You can go there. Should be everything. Cool. Excelente. I wonder if having 2 fighters would actually be better than even bringing the archer. You know what? Just out of sheer hilarity, I'm gonna see how well this does. Wow, Guild Wars has got 6.9k viewers right now because of Reforge. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, nothing really seems noticeably different. I mean, look, that's fine, man. If they just want to if they just wanted to update it so it was like running better on modern computers, that's fine by me. This is actually going pretty well. Okay. I mean, granted, we're like giga high level compared to these dudes. I just don't want to get all the way there and then just keep dying. And then have to start back at Pike and Square again. Alright. Sorry, I got a little snack too. Just eating on some Asiago bread. I think it's Asiago. I know, I tossed it in the toaster oven for a pretty decent amount of time, and it's still not very warm. Oh well. It's a snack, it works. Bro. You and your healing. Smite me. I don't know, the dual warrior thing's actually going pretty decently. It's actually doing okay. The real test will be the next area. But actually, it's gonna be the area after that. Okay, that works. We just freaking wrecked him. Go help the healers. You're over here, man. I got this over here. Silly fighter. Man, dude, I love sprint. I love me some sprint. 2 fucking fire callers, great. That wasn't bad. Okay. Which way do I go? I believe it is this way. Yes. Yes, I think so. Yep, this way. I remember that bridge. We dive in on the Rangers. Get back here. Someone's on fire. Or having a heart attack. A lot of elderly in this neighborhood, so I see ambulances come through here pretty often. That's fine, one archer's not going to do much damage to me. Get back here. Oops. this is gonna be a lot of dudes. So, Fire Caller, Stalker. I want to get full mana before I go in here, before we dive this shit. Okay, well, we're going now. Don't get the Fire Caller now. There we go. Get the Stalker. Okay. Boost everyone's goodness. Their defense. Look at that, dude. Handled like a scandal. May come back. Bonk. Okay, X-Fiend armor, some gold, and another card charming, which I don't need. Alright. Next area is gonna be a little interesting. It's a nice boulder. How the fuck did you miss that, dude? You missed again? What is going on? Oh, I'm blind. That's probably why. That would explain it. Okay, I believe I gotta go this way. Yes. Pardon me. Block? Get the fuck out of here. Block this. I almost feel like I have too many utility spells on my bar. I feel like I need like one more damage item or damage dealing thing. I'm almost tempted to get rid of Healing Signet, but I don't know. I feel like I gotta keep the res because the henchmen are kind of dumb from time to time. I mean, the extra armor is pretty nice for like the shout. And, yeah, and I use Endure Pain pretty often. I'm almost tempted to drop the Signet and then use Endure Pain instead. And then just hope, pray to God my healer heals me. Yeah, ward against these nuts. Ha! Got him! Leave my clothies alone. Okay. Fuck, more of them? Jeez. Ward against melee can kiss my ass. Kick my ass. What's this? A boss. No, you are no longer a boss. You are dead. You are become dead. And yeah, I don't necessarily need the lodestones, but I always pick up the trophies because you can vendor them off and make a wee bit of coin. Come on, fight me. No, you need to fight me. Fight me, yeah. There you go. Ow, ow, ow. I'm out of fucking mana, that's why. Okay. Now I believe I gotta go not that way. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I am. Shit. I gotta go up this way. I think there should be a bend. Yep, there it is. Stuck on a tree. Actually, the trees do look a little bit better than I remember. Like they've been upscaled a little bit. No! God. Attack them, please. I'm just over here casting like a bunch of frickin' idiots. Like a bunch of frickin' idiots. Ward. Yeah, ward that. Did we get everyone? Okay, good. Alright, sound off. Who's not dead? I gotta remember which way we gotta go. I want to say it is... Yeah, it's this way. Okay. We want to go for that guy. Yep, knock him down. Fire, shaman bro. Shaman bro. And now the warlock bro. Yep, that was easy. I know this guy's just running around back here, just being a goober. So I'm gonna bonk him in the head. Bonk. Super. Sprint at the res gargle. Goggle. He should just die in one hit, really. Ah, close. Oh, great. Fucking bugs. We're fine. Ooh, a cruise ship. Do I go sword and board? And or board? I guess it all depends on how what the buckler is or the thing. Bark. Leave her alone! You fight me now. Okay. Gargoyle. Gargoyle. Let's see what that shield does. Doop doop. Oh, water magic? Bro. A shield with water magic on it? You can't be serious. Well, that's just fucking trolly as hell. Lightning reflexes. Wait for that to go away. There we go. And now you die. Now you die. Leave my softies alone. You know, the dual, the dual fighters, or the dual warriors are kind of doing some work, man. Shaman. I want to get the shaman. Bonk. Heal that. Why are you not attacking? Come on, attack, bro. Yeah, it seems like when I knock them down, they get a little bit of a pretty big aggro boost. I don't know, tanking in this game's a little weird. It's not like you, I don't think you get like a taunt or anything. So like everyone just kind of bounces around everywhere. Mind Spark. And then we get the Stalker. Whoa! Whoa! What the fuck? This is bad. This is really bad. Oh my god, dude. Is Endure Pain 5? Yeah, it is. Okay, Endure Pain. Bring her back up. Heal me. Oh my god, heal me. Heal me, please. Oh man, everyone's fucking gonna die. Just gonna have to fucking bounce. Everybody's dead. Shit, man. Did not see that side pocket of people. Okay. This is gonna be a little difficult to do by myself, but I'm gonna try. Oh, I can't res them either because my signet's down. This could be a problem. This could be a problem. Let's see if I can just pull one of these packs. Okay. Okay. Let's see how this does. I mean, if we die, we die, and because we're not going to be able to res anyone. Should be able to do okay on this. Endure Pain. Okay, good. Actually gonna do this. Stun, heal. I wish they were mages, because boy, they would just drop like flies. Okay. Still can't res them. You gotta... Oh, I need to wait till I get back up to full health here. Alright, I guess I can stick it. Okay. I don't know who's worse, the Blade Storm or the Axe Warrior. Let's just do, I guess, we'll do Blade Storm. Armor up. Whack him down. Stun. Keep whacking. Okay, good. Do that. that back up, get some more armor. Okay. Well, still can't res you guys. Oh, man. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. I had the wrong fucking quest pulled up. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get past these dudes. Let's see, a Shatter Gargoyle and a Resurrect. I might be able to actually solo them. I'm not gonna be able to take all 4. Aggro. Okay. Well, guess we're taking all. Oh, I guess there's 3 of them. Oh no, there is 4 of them. Heal. Okay. Why are you not attacking, bro? Come on. Heal. Why is he not attacking? Fucking attack him, Jesus. Pain. Need quick hits, quick whacks, he should be dead. There we go. Okay. Come on, give me my res signet. Either that or we're just gonna have to try to zone it. We very well might be able to with the sprint. Just sprint through the whole thing. It is possible. Ow! Struck by fucking lightning? Get the hell out of here. Oh, I think that was someone actually attacking me. No, it wasn't. Well, I don't know. Someone put the frickin' phantasmal bullshit on me. Phantom bullshit. Think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I gotta go down here. Oh, Hydras, man, that's spooky. Okay. Probably will not be able to fight the Hydras solo. So we're just gonna have to try to run past them here. Shouldn't be a problem with sprint. Famous last words. Fiends. That's not good. Oh, okay, good. Dodged him. We're probably not gonna be able to dodge these guys. Make sure I'm going the right way. Oh, I need to go this way, don't I? Ah, crap. I have to run by these guys. Don't mind me. I'm just passing through. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm running. I'm just passing through. Don't worry about me. Just little old me, just passing through by the bit of my shoe. Okay, is there a way that I can get around these dudes without having to run through them? Because that is a lot of dudes. I don't know if it's gonna let me ramp up here. Yeah, well, actually, I might be able to dodge him. Nope. Oh, I'm gonna have to run through them. Fug. Is this even the right way? Oh my god, I went the wrong way. Shit. Okay. Alright, so I need to make a left at this bend up here. Which also means I'm gonna have to run past these dudes again. Shit. Uh-oh. There was a bot. I had to take care of the bot. Alright. Yeah, left at this bend. 3, 2, 1. Just passing through. I know I'm going through the wrong neighborhood. I get it. I know, I get it. I'm sorry. I don't mean any harm. Just cut through. Leave me alone. Uh-oh. My worst enemy. Slopes. Steep inclines. Yep, don't mind me. I'm just passing through the neighborhood. Okay. Man, sprint's kind of nice. Alright. We need to go across this bridge. Don't mind me, don't mind me, don't mind me. I'm just coming through. Don't mind me. I'm just passing through. Don't mind me. I'm just being a cool dude. Don't. I'm just hanging out. Just chilling. Just chilling. I'm just chilling. I'm just being chilling. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just yep. I'm not here to fight. I know you are, but I'm not. And I'm faster than you. Oh, of course, bro. Man, I hate that shit. They can target you through fucking bridges and shit like that. I'm so glad they fixed that. That almost killed me too. Alright. Once more. Just passing through. Don't mind me. Hello. Hello. Goodbye. Alright, now where to? I think we gotta go through the water, which is most certainly not water. Is it water? No, it's tar. Of course it is. Of course it is. Why would it not be tar? Oh god, the fucking bugs. I don't think they get affected by the tar either. I don't remember going this way, but... or having to go this way. Could be wrong. Flame Temple Corridor. Okay, oh no, there it is. I don't remember there being a big old tar lake. But my brain is kind of mush. So... do with that as you will. Alright, everybody. Y'all back alive? Y'all feeling better? Good. Don't die this time. Yeah, that double pull really screwed us, but that's alright. We got out of it. We got out of it. Just had to do some tomfuckery, but it works. I guess we just go for the front dude. Protect our squishies. We must protect the squish. Leave my squish alone. Come on, bro. Come on, Stefan. You can kill that guy. Why are you not able to kill that guy? Why do I gotta do everything for you? Alright, Shaman. Shaman first. Okay, well there goes our fucking healer already, that's great. Okay, Hunter needs to go down next. He's just fucking wrecking our dudes. I guess we can take this guy down now. Oh man, why did you res the mage? You should have prioritized the fucking priest. You silly goose. Alright, well that was a little more rough than I expected. Yeah, you guys can't be dying anymore. Until we do something really cool. Can't have you die. Just waiting for the heal. There we go. Okay. Now we do this one. Get him. Yeah, man, the hunters do a shit ton of damage. It's... If there wasn't a healer, like, I almost want to go for them first, just because they just really crank out damage. I wish my hunter did that much fucking damage. Although, actually, I'm not using the hunter. That's right, I'm using the fighter. Never mind. Never mind. Shaman. That's fine. You can attack me all that. Okay. And we get the Charr. The chariot. Leave my healer alone. I said to leave my healer alone. Okay, and I think it's pretty close. I think this is a pretty small area if I remember right. Where do I go? Did I miss a turn at Albuquerque? Oh yeah, I did miss a turn. Okay. Well, we'll just say that was just experience. I don't think I'm actually getting experience from these guys. Man, I really hate when they run away. Just annoying. It's like, ah, great, now I gotta chase you down. You're probably gonna aggro something. Alright. Shaman? Bonk. And bonk. No, you don't get the heal. Okay, that went well. Okay, we got hunters. Yeah, I don't remember. I know it's on an altar somewhere, but I know we're getting close. It's not, like I said, this is not a very big area if I remember right. Okay. Yeah, it's over there. Alright, we're gonna have to clear these dudes off to the right. We got 2 hunters and a blade storm. No, you don't get to run. Get back here. Okay, blade storm. Bonk. Cool. Alright, I know it's that altar over there. We could probably avoid those dudes. I hope. I don't know, they're pretty damn close. it is a little spooky. Should be okay. As long as these guys don't run too far. I don't know, they got so little health that usually I just 3-tap them or whatever. Especially if I use that. Just boom, dead. But yeah, I'm not chasing you, bro. Okay. Doop. We got more over here. Well, we are engaged. Yeah, I'm getting 8 experience, so yeah, it's something. 8 EXP experience. Listen to me. I fucking barely can talk right. I'm gonna try to go around this way here. I don't think we'll have to fight them. Just want one of those hunters down real fast. Okay. Oh, we're putting it really close. Don't run that way, Mrs. Priest. Shit. We might have to fight that whole pack. Well, those are axe fiends. I might be able to just pull those down without pulling them. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, man, I hate that shit. Great. Okay, this is bad. And I'm gonna guess you don't have a healing. I'm gonna guess you don't have a res spell. Fuck. All right, we are gonna have to clean these dudes out. I don't know how well this is gonna go. Probably not well with 2 flame wielders. Alright, well, if we're gonna die, might as well die anyway. Oh, I'm glad he kind of moved off to the side right there, that's nice. Okay. Try not to aggro. Heal. 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 Okay. And look at that. And you moved over there and aggroed him anyway! Oh my god, come on, brother. 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 Brother man. Wow. Alright. Yeah, thankfully it's not a mission, so... Yeah, I didn't even see those archers on the ridge. That really fucking sucks. Yeah. You go this way. Follow the path that I made. Okay, well, let's try again. Yeah, I wish these dudes weren't like level 6 for as long as they are, because they really drop off pretty quickly. Because I think most of the mobs in here are like level 8. If not all of them. Alright, let's try this again. We're gonna have to fucking fight them. where's our... Can you heal, please? Thank you. You have one job, and it's just to heal. I would hope you would do such a thing. Was that a boss, too? No, it's not. Never mind. Never mind. Alright, get Shaman. Get the Necro Boy. And now the... Okay, everybody rested up. Everybody good, okay and good to go. Sure hope so, because we're going in. Oh, look at that. Just get the fucking bottleneck him. Oh no, don't you dare aggro those fucking archers. Don't you dare aggro those archers. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Fuck you. Oh, now they're gonna be fucking coming down here. Great. Oh, that's gonna be another wipe. So just kill who I can. Oh, there's another fucking hunter too. Great. Oh, and he's getting healed. Okay. Very awesome. Oh, that's right there. Well, that's awfully nice. And we're gonna end up aggroing these dudes as well. Again. Just because of the fucking placement. Stop. Bro. Stop fucking moving, bro. Man, that dude's just gonna fucking just rain hell on us. Alright. Everyone's dead again. Dude, they're just taking shots up from the fucking top there. It's so dumb. Yeah, you better fucking kill him. Yeah, we're gonna end up getting negative 60 death penalty on us. Especially at this frickin' rate. Are you why are you how are you aggroing us? And our healer's fucking dead again. You gotta be fucking shitting me. How is he fucking shooting that far? Get the fuck out of here. Great, and our healer's already dead, so now we're already fucked. Cool. Awesome. Alright. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna totally get me killed, but we're gonna fucking do it. You know what? You guys are gonna come with me. We're all going to die together. It's gonna be like Jonestown, but not as much Kool-Aid. Alright. Here we go. This is probably not gonna work, but who cares? Run, 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 Now let me use the altar. Oh, I guess it's gotta be clear, I suppose. Dude, that's so many fucking mobs. Holy crap. Yeah, well, okay. I guess that didn't work. Good to know. Alright, we're gonna have to try to pull these guys down. Unfortunately... Oh, man. So fucking many. Yeah, whatever. There's one. And our healer's dead again. Yeah, I told you we were gonna get negative 16. Alright, well, let's just keep throwing bodies at it until we fucking clear it. Let's just keep fucking going. This is just gonna be me smashing my head against a brick wall until it stops. Dude, everyone's just dying instantly. We actually might not be able to do this. It pulls the entire fucking altar. Like, we can't take all of it. And they've got, like, I want to say, like, 3 or 4 fucking healers. That hunter's a real fucking problem. Can you just attack the hunter, maybe? Although the warrior's gonna run up there and fucking die. Dude, he just got fucking one-tapped. Holy shit. Yep. We're gonna end up having to go back to town. We're not gonna be able to do this. And we're not even killing any of them now. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Because nearest town is... fucking Pike and Square, dude. This hike sucks. Alright, we're gonna do this. I've never been here. I don't think this is a town. I hope it's a town. It's probably not a town. Of course it's not a town. Is there a town around here? I wonder. I'm gonna look here, because I'm not gonna waste the time. Oh, is it Dragon's Gullet? I don't think there's anything in here. Wait, these guys level fucking 20? Oh no, I was like, say, but what? Oh, level 8 and then level 10. Okay, it's just saying how many there are in the area. Yeah. No town. Where's this courthouse? Nolani Academy. Oh! You know what? That's actually gonna be faster than... Okay. I think I've got Nolani Academy, don't I? I do. I do, indeed. Okay. We might actually have another way back. We don't. We'll come back to the mission here in a second. I just really want to get this quest done. Because it is the dumbest quest ever. Alright. See, like, they're level 8 right now. Why can't you be level 8? in the other place. We got 2 resurrect gargoyles. The Gargies. I just gotta make sure they don't resurrect each other. See, like, I want the level 8 guys. I don't want the level 6 ones. They're too weak. I'm gonna pull that map back up here. There we go. I think that's the way I gotta go. Oh, shit. That's not what I want. There we go. Ah! Okay. I guess we go... Yeah, it looks like we go that way. Okay. Yep, just follow this road. Follow the road! Your slow means nothing to me. You're a lot less threatening than I initially anticipated. Okay. Okay, now we go this way. Please do not aggro. Okay. That's a way to walk. Okay. And then... yeah, looks like you just keep following the path here. Okay. That is a lot of gargoyles. That is a lot of gargoyle. Yeah, I don't think plus armor is going to really help against these guys, but hey, you know what? It makes me feel better. Okay, air wand in a skull. I remove your skull. Sorry, I'm looking at this map here, just making sure I'm... Yeah, I guess it just keeps going. I guess I gotta go right. Oh, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Gotta go this way. And then go right. And then... these gargoyles are annoying. Go away! Okay, good. Oh, I'm going the wrong way again. I gotta go this way. Gotta go this way. don't even think I've been to this area before, or this town. If it is a town, if what I read is correct, is right. I think I went the wrong way again. Maybe, just maybe. I just took an unoptimal route. Why are you guys taking damage? Stop it. Oh, she's fucked. And we're just gonna have to fucking run for it. Because you don't know how to run, clearly. Quick! Through the gate! Fly! Fly! Fly, you fools! Cool. The Greenwich Courthouse. That's good. So now we have a... Now we have something a little bit closer to the corridor. What skills do you got going on? What skill a kill a thriller do you got going on? You know... Isn't... Oh, resurrect is, okay. You know what? Against my better judgment, I'm gonna go ahead and pop that on. I'm gonna replace the signet with that, because they're just dying too much. They are just dying too often. And the signet is not doing the thing. Healing. Restore life. Replace that. And then... Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Do that. Probably going to regret this, but it's fine. Only 41 armor, dude? Get out of here, bro. Okay. I'm guessing there's probably nothing in here. Does not look like much. Nope. This is a very sad courthouse. Okay. Let's see if we can get back to that stupid frickin' what's a majinger? Okay, good. Yeah, it's actually right around the bend. Okay, cool. So that just actually saved us a lot of time in the long run. So if it borks again, then we can at least, we don't have to take fucking 30 minutes to, like, walk back. And also, now that we have a res that we can use more than once, I think that'll be good. Okay. Dude, why are you running away? You're supposed to go tank that shit, man. Come on, man. Yeah, I might put the hunter back in. Oh, I should have done that already. That's okay. Riftilula. Great name. Alright. Stupid devourers, dude. Go away. These are like the most annoying mobs in the game. Just because they just fucking pop out of nowhere every time. And they even get even more annoying later on when they start throwing poison around everywhere. I guess I have to go this way? You gotta be fucking shitting. Get away, bro. Here, I'm gonna just Giga Bonk you. There you go. How does that feel? I guess we could. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a little narrow passage. Man, that is a narrow ass passage. Alright, and portals over here. Good. Oh, fuck you bugs, dude. I'm tired of fighting your asses. I don't even think I'm getting experience from you guys. Come on, douchebags. Oh my god, are you serious? Why can't I get up that way? Why can't I go this way? Okay. Okay. If they die, it doesn't matter. We're gonna hit a portal here in a second. Wow, the healer's dead. Wow, surprise, shocker. Wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. She's made of butter. We're gonna give, so we're almost approaching 2 o'clock. I know I said maybe I was gonna go till 3. I want to check something before I say yay or nay on that. Striker? Where the fuck did you guys come from? Dude, I could have used you guys a while ago. You guys gonna follow me? You guys gonna follow me? Hmm? No? No? Okay. That's a bummer. You guys are missing out on a big adventure! Enjoy guarding that resurrection thing, I guess. Sounds like a blast. Alright, go for the axe, bro. I don't know if if they do more damage or than the blade storms or. Yeah, I'm glad I kept the armor. It seems to help a little bit, at least in a pinch. Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, I did do it already. Well, fuck. Okay, well, I'm glad I got that at least, so. Okay, well, we're just fucking on extra credits right now, I guess. Never mind. Turn it in. Turn it in. Damn, dude, 2,000 experience? Hell yeah. Alright, I think that essentially finishes Ascalon quests. I know I could probably go back and do the bonus for that. I actually don't know where the bonus is for that. I'm gonna check the towns real quick just to make sure I'm not missing any quests, because sometimes there's some that pop up after you do a certain something or another. Okay, that looks all clear. Let's go to Ascalon City, or what's left of it. See, aha! I knew it! These eldritch sextids! You watch your mouth, War Master Titus. troublesome artifact. I don't know if I've done this one. Where is it at? Oh, it's over at the temple. So... I thought that was a landmark. Okay. Doesn't look like there's any quests there. Like I said, I'm just kind of quickly going through. Dude, look at all these players. Chat. We're so fucking back, bro. Maybe I should start playing with people again. Oh, look at that. I knew it. I knew there was another quest. I knew it. Maybe I should try to be social in an MMO. Okay. So we got that. I don't think there's any more quests in the Sanctum, but I'll pop in and take a look. I don't think there was any quests here, ever. Does not look like it. I don't think there's going to be any at Pike and Square, but we'll double check. I guess I should probably move this over here so you guys can actually see the health. Nope. Alright, so that's cleared. I didn't see any here, but I'll double check it as well. And I don't think there's any more outposts. War Master Labrowski. It's Kai. Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess we could just walk to Yak's Bend and see what we find. I don't know how far that's gonna be. Yeah, well, fuck it. Let's walk to Yak's Bend, then we'll call it a day. Because I think... maybe I got all the quests already. Okay. Oh, Flame Wielder. Yeah, we fucking take him down first. Holy shit. Holy damage. Come on, give me the stun. There we go. I hope this doesn't take too long. We're gonna have to fucking fight these dudes. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight them. Kinda figured. He dropped like a booger. Okay, well, that was a lot easier than I expected. It's fine by me. What's in here? Just glowy rocks? Is that it? Just some glowy rocks. More fucking bugs. Yeah, these things are just fucking speed bumps at this point. They're just so annoying. Where's my team? Guys? Hello? Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on? What is happening? Fuck that bitch. Oh, so that's the temple quarter. Okay, never mind. I don't need to go there. Man, that's such a short walk. I wish I would have known that earlier. I guess I can't go that way. And can't go that way. I guess I go this way? No. Who fucking knows? We'll figure it out later, I think. I think we'll do that later. Did we do... Oh yeah, let's get back to Yak Bend here. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta go to Frontier Gate actually. Forgot I got those 2 quests that I just randomly picked up. I mean, tactfully new. Oh my god, why can I not talk? Talking is hard. So you know what, we'll, actually, here, I want to see something real quick. Stand by, chat. Yeah. Alrighty. You know what, I think we'll just, well, this is probably a good stopping point. I might knock these 2 quests out on our off stream, so then when we start up again tomorrow, we could just go ahead and start working off Yak's Bend right away. Alright. I think that pretty much wraps it up for today. Bap. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that wraps up Wednesday's broadcast. Once again, tomorrow I do have something I gotta do in the morning. I have a phone interview tomorrow, so yay, that's pretty nice. Unfortunately, if I get this job, I'll probably have to go back to doing night streams, which I'm not opposed to, but I don't know, I like the morning streams. I kind of enjoy them, and, you know, it's good stuff. Actually, what time is that interview tomorrow? Hang on. Let me check chat. I know now's not the time to do it, but it's going to bother me, and it's going to ultimately affect when the show starts tomorrow. Uh-oh. No. That's not what I want. I want this one. And that. Oh yeah, it's at 9:30. Thankfully, it is just a phone interview, so it shouldn't take any longer than like 30 minutes. They usually don't go very long. So we'll shoot for 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And what I'll try to do is I'll actually see if I can put the show together tonight. So tomorrow it's just going to be ready to hum, good to go, and whatnot. I kind of figured it was going to be short from today, and I wanted to play some Guild Wars. Yeah, I mean, the remaster's nice. It basically plays the exact same as... it basically plays exactly as the old version. I mean, everything looks nicer, I guess. I don't know. The game's always looked nice, even for its age, even given its age. But hell, it is free. I don't give a fuck. And now I got Nightfall for free as well. So ha, I didn't have to pay for it. Boom boom, bah, I win. Although I still have to pay for Eye of the North, but you know, who's counting? Alrighty. Chat. Thank you for joining. Hope you all had fun. And we'll shoot tomorrow for 10 o'clock. otherwise, until tomorrow, you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and ta-ta.
You're listening to 69 9 KFOX.